back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So today, I thought it'd be a good day to talk about a promising big cap, one that has been literally on fire, and that is Solana. Why is it on fire? What is it? And should you be looking at it? Well, let's discuss. So thanks for tuning in. A little late today because I was just on another person's show, Matt Kors, and I think we had a good conversation. I tweeted it out, so hopefully you guys caught that. If you didn't, make sure you do so. But 2 streams every day, 11:30 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, so make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, guys, let's do this. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little tired today. We'll keep my energy high, and we'll try, but let's do this. Let me change my screen. A lot of people mention my volume is too low. Let me adjust it. Sometimes it's too low, sometimes it's too high. Here we go. Here's a little bit higher. All right. So let's do this. Starting with Bitcoin, we're right at 50,000. Up and down, up and down. You know, it's just one of those things. You just got to wait it out. That's simply it. Bitcoin did come down, obviously, from 60,000 down to where we are, 50,000. That sucks. But can't be complaining at 50,000 Bitcoin, right? That's my stance. You can't be complaining when we were at 40,000, 30,000, 20,000, 10,000 not too long ago. So it could just be it's taking a breather. So right now it's just kind of hovering at that 50,000. But today we do have some movers, right? For example, Dogecoin is coming back up. I've said once it's a big cap, it's not going to go down. People are still expecting to go down. I just don't think so. So it's up actually a pretty substantial amount, 17%. And another one that's up a substantial amount is Solana, right at 40. It's a big cap, right? It just recently hit that 10 billion mark. It's up 15%. So why are these so hot while others are down? Well, sometimes there's no good reason. But Solana is a project I've talked about for a while. I got in pretty late. I was not one of the new, ones that got in very early, but you know what? I got in early enough, and it's been going up quite a lot. And I do think they still have a lot of room to grow. Now that they're a big cap, doesn't mean that the growth stops. A lot of the big caps we have seen has gone up tremendously. So I do think they still have a lot of room to grow. So let's get started. What is Solana? Well, Solana is a brand new blockchain, and it's a smart contract play. It's simple as that. It competes with Ethereum. It competes with Cardano. It competes with Polkadot. It competes with VeChain. It competes with basically a number of projects out there. But Solana is fast. Very, very, very fast. This is their biggest draw. Right now, some others like Ethereum is not very fast. Ethereum has topped out around 15 transactions per second. But you know what? Solana can handle 50,000 transactions per second. 50,000. Can you imagine how much dApps you could actually power on Solana? And they even say, you don't believe us? Go test it. Go stress test the network for yourself. I have not tried it, but for those of you guys that are dApp creators, developers, you could go play with it and see. So not only is it super, super, super fast, the average fee is super, super, super low. They even put it here. Average fee per transaction. That's like sub pennies, where it's like $90 on Ethereum right now. It is a big, big difference. Sold transaction, block time, and there's about 752 global validators, which shows that it is very decentralized. It's not just limited to just a handful of block producers or nodes. No, it's worldwide, right? So in a nutshell, that's what Solana is. Just a very fast, very cheap, and decentralized blockchain. But this kind of paints the picture. This is why Solana is gaining a lot of attention, because some of the biggest projects out there is now built on top of Solana. And there's more and more that keeps coming. So I found this. Ooh, if you look at this, it's pretty encompassing, right? So if you just look at some of the promising dApps out there, for example, Audius, which is into decentralized streaming, they're on top of it. Kin from Kick, they moved from Ethereum to Solana, okay? And even someone like Civic has moved over. Someone asked me recently about Maps, which is like a like a Google Maps competitor. They're on top of it. But then you look at some of these other ones, DeFi plays. For example, Serum is one from Alameda Labs at FTX. It's a DeFi play. They were one of the first to move. Okay, Terra is one that I covered a lot. Terra blockchain and their stable coins and their DeFi apps, they're on top. Ramp is another one that I've been asked about. Oxygen, Anchor, Frontier. They're all built within the Solana ecosystem, or they're built on a blockchain. And you have promising ones like the Graph, which helps other companies create APIs. They're within Solana, right? And then you go on, there's just a lot. And in terms of exchanges, basically supported by all the major exchanges. And I'm going to get to that a little bit. In terms of wallet supports, basically every single wallet basically supports them, including like Ledger, Trust Wallet, Exodus. Even Swipe, there's a Binance one. The ecosystem is just growing and growing and growing. Obviously, this is not the biggest, but it's growing. And also another decentralized storage play that I love, Arweave, is the backbone for storage for Solana. So that's why I love Arweave so much, because any of these dApps that need to use storage on top of Solana, they're using Arweave. So that's another interesting tidbit about that. So you could see that their ecosystem is vast and it's growing. It's growing with a lot of promising dApps that it's coming on top. Now, besides this, they have some really they have some interesting backers. But the biggest one has to be this guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, who is the CEO of not only Alameda Research, or Alameda Investments. They're huge now. They came out of nowhere. He made a ton of money investing in crypto and trading and so forth, but Alameda is involved with many crypto projects. They invest in a lot. And Sam loves Solana. He's been backing them forever, but he put a lot of money into them. He's also the creator of FTX Exchange, which is relatively new, the derivatives exchange. And FTX, they're one of their products, Serum, which is a DeFi product. Very first project to move to Solana. So with Sam and Alameda Research backing them, they've been getting a ton of traction. Not only with just investments into Solana, but all these promising dApps that's coming on top of Solana. There's a ton. For example, here's one. Here's a dashboard dApp that's called Step Finance. They raised $2 million from Alameda Research. And this could be like a front page to Solana in terms of DeFi initiatives and so forth. But I was just looking at it. Here's another Vietnamese DeFi project, Alameda Research, invest $4 million. Again, this is built on top of Solana. Here's another one, Frontier. They got $2 million from Alameda Research. Here's one, Math Wallet secures $7.8 million, okay, led by Alameda Research. These are all projects on top of Solana. And here's another one, $40 million into a Robinhood-like crypto startup, Oxygen. So I'm guessing it's like a financial app for trading. I have not used it yet. $40 million from Alameda. Of course, this is also within Solana. So you can see Alameda is really backing Solana. They love them. Sam loves it. So this is definitely carrying them very far, right? When you have one investment firm that keeps investing in all these promising new dApps that's within the Solana ecosystem, of course, that's gonna have an effect, right? So excuse me, I think that has helped Solana come up in a big way. Just getting the name recognition and everything else out there. Also, just looking at the co-founder, one of the co-founders and CEO of Solana. If you look at experience, he's worked at Dropbox, a centralized storage play. So, and then Mesosphere, Qualcomm, so he's been around a few tech companies, and he is in San Francisco, so he's right there with Silicon Valley, right? The other founders, they seem to be pretty knowledgeable too. And then also, they have a lot of things going. Like right now, they have something called Wormhole. So this is their bridge. So obviously right now, it's a big deal to draw in Ethereum dApps to Solana ecosystem. So this is what it does. right? So now ERC20 tokens can come through and basically be exchanged for SLP tokens. This is very valuable with DeFi products and of course NFTs, right? There's a not yet for NFTs because that's a different standard, but you just go get there. And not only that, they're not just using this bridge for Ethereum. They even already said they're going to do this with Terra's ecosystem. They're going to do this with Kin's ecosystem. Like all these other promising blockchains that's within the ecosystem, they're going to have this wormhole connect to all of them. And I'm pretty sure they're working on a Binance one too, Binance Smart Chain, because that's a very popular one these days. So obviously from a techno standpoint, they're making it very easy for dApp makers to come aboard as well. And the last thing, I don't even know what this means. Maybe some of you guys more familiar. I saw, oh shoot, I closed it. There was something that's from Solana that's coming in like 2 days or 3 days. They pinned it. So, no, not this one. Shoot. They had like something that's pinned for the 28th. And I don't even know what it is. It seems like there's like a big event coming. Here we go. Attention Builder Solana season coming April 28th. So that's in roughly 4 days. And if you build it, it will come. Solana season, I don't know what that means. Maybe a new incubator, new hackathon. I don't know what this means, but this could be significant. I looked in the comments. People don't know what it means. We don't know, but that's also coming, right? So this could be leading up to something big as well. So in a nutshell, that's what Solana is. It's a promising, fast blockchain, and they have a diverse ecosystem. They're very, very well funded and backed by Alameda Research. And they just seem to be killing it right now. And they have a ton of wallet makers that accept them. They're on a ton of exchanges. Oh yeah, I forgot. They also besides Alameda, I found this too. OKX and MXC, because they're big exchanges too. They also invested 40 million in Solana because they want to help them grow their DeFi ecosystem. So you could see very, very, very well funded. Very well funded. So I think Solana is a very, very nice project. They also have a set supply, unlike a lot of other blockchains that have infinite supply. They're inflationary. Solana is not. It's capped. So that also helps drive things higher. So yeah, that's Solana. I like it. I definitely like it. Now that they're a big cap, a lot of you guys always ask me this, how do I do my, how do I redo my portfolio, right? Because it used to be a mid cap, now it's a big cap. Well, now you have more options. These days, big caps is not limited to just Binance, Ethereum, and XRP, right? Now these days you have a ton of options, and definitely I think Solana is a good one to have in that big cap portfolio. All right, that is it for Solana. That's in a nutshell. I think it's really great. I'll turn to you guys for a quick Q&A. Quite honestly, I'm quite tired, so I'm not going to do Q&A that long. So let's do it real quick. Impersonoa. E2 is not coming in July. I don't know where you got that info from. You're really off. That is when they're going to vote for EIP 1559. That is not when E2 comes out. It's nowhere close. I don't know what Holochain is doing recently. I know what they're about, so I can't comment on where they will be in 3 years. Happy Pancake Swap Day. 0.05 cake burn every transaction. Bunch of updates. I mean, yeah, Pancake Swap is killing it. They're killing it. I've done many videos recently. Pancake Swap's transactions per day is multipliers more than Ethereum now. It's crazy what they're doing. They do have a small NFT marketplace, but that's not their driver, right? I didn't even know about Pancake Swap Day where they're burning a little bit of cake at every transaction. But you know what? Binance, this is why I love BNB. They have a really good setup. CZ he knows what he's doing. He's a genius. So he has this planned out. I'm sure he's been working on PancakeSwap, and I'm sure he's working with a lot of these other dApps that are like the pinnacle dApps on Binance Smart Chain. You know what? Yeah, don't sleep on CZ or Binance or even PancakeSwap. You know, people ask me, hey, can PancakeSwap become a big cap someday? Well, looking at Uniswap, I mean, they're arguably bigger than Uniswap already. So why not? Why can't they be bigger than Uniswap? They could. Lou says heading to Vegas in 2 weeks. So I'm not from Vegas, but I'm still planning it. Still planning on the Vegas trip. It's hard to plan, hard to put that much money up front too, because these hotels want you to put a large amount up front. But you know, I'm still planning it out. Student coin, you know, we just got to see what happens afterwards. I mean, they help people create, you know, tokens. So tokens and NFTs. It sounds promising, but it seems to be a little too overhyped. VET versus Link. I like VET. I think the potential of VET is much higher than Link, although Link is, you know, they're necessary. They're definitely necessary. There's no Oracle that's anywhere close to Link. What kind of music do I like? You know what I like? I like besides just modern hits or whatever, I like 90s and 2000 alternative music. So I actually love like Pearl Jam and Stained and those guys. Coldplay. What portfolio would you recommend now at 5K or 50K? Wait. I don't get it. You mean if you had 5,000? You still follow the same strategy. 50, 25, 25. 50% Bitcoin, 25% in big caps, 25% in mid and small caps. Any thoughts on VThor and Digibyte? Digibyte got more interesting because they're a new layer 2 solution which can introduce NFTs and stuff. So I think they're more interesting now because of that. Otherwise, they're just a currency play that has no traction. VThor, I think you go with that better. Harmony. I mean, I like Harmony. I know they're weaker recently, but you got to give them time. They'll come back. They will come back. You know, good projects. Good projects I don't even, you know, I never worry about, because good projects will find a way to continue to execute and continue to prosper. And that has always been the case. You know, even someone that seems like they're dead, but they come back because they're just killing it, right? So I think Harmony is going to be one of them. Shiba, no, I don't. Sand versus Mana. Yeah, I do like Pearl Jam, but I mean, Decentraland is the leader. I'm honestly surprised Sand has not caught up more, because Sand, you know, obviously is kind of doing the same thing, but and under Animoca brands, I think Sand, you know, Sandbox is good. I'm actually quite surprised that it hasn't gone up more. And it looks like, yeah, yay, Bitcoin's back above 50,000 again. Lucas, welcome. And though I'm going to take off pretty soon, can you share your thoughts on Bakery Swap? They kind of died off. Honestly, right now, there's too many AMMs. Every single day, I get asked about a new Dot Finance project because they're all new AMM. There's just too much, right? I thought Bakery Swap would do better because it was like kind of like the second biggest within Binance Smart Chain, and they can come back. But PancakeSwap is eating all the volume right now on Binance Smart Chain. So we'll see. We'll see. Bakery Swap, they might be weak because of the saturation. Last month, BTC was down 10%. Paul asked, do you think that's why it's not moving up? Do you think crypto can survive without BTC? I don't think Bitcoin can survive. I mean, I don't think crypto community can survive without Bitcoin, number one. And number two is, so what if Bitcoin's down 10%? So what? It's up hundreds of percents. Nothing goes up forever. There's always going to be periods where it takes a breather. It's just, you just have to expand your timeline. That's pretty much it. Just expand your timeline. You realize it's really silly to be scared of Bitcoin at $50,000. Too many people get so used to like living in the moment, but people forget not too long ago we were just at 40 and we were at the same point. Like, why is Bitcoin not going up? And then before that we were at 30. Why is Bitcoin not going up? Until it does. And then you just forget all that. And then once we're at 60, 70, 80, 100,000, we're going to be the same thing. Oh, why is it not going above 100,000? I mean, it's going to be the same thing over and over and over. Honest thoughts on VThor, I know won't have... Yeah, VThor is probably going to be weaker because they made it so it's cheaper to do transactions. So you need less VThors on to do transactions. So, and VThor is inflationary. Well, VET is not. That's why I've always liked VET better. I think too many people look at VThor because they're like, oh, it's cheaper. I think people need to get that out of their heads. Buying something that's less cheaper, like less decimal points, is not a good reason to buy a coin. It's all about circulating supply and market cap. So I think too many people get into something. It's like, oh, it's pennies, so it must be better than something like Bitcoin. No, that's not how you should look at it. That's not right at all. Doge report, please. I have no idea why Doge went up. Someone must have pumped it, or because it was just too oversold. I know it got down to about 20 cents, but it held there. Now it's back up to like close to 28 cents, 30 cents pretty soon, right? Doge is not going to go away. I made this point on Matt's show this morning. You know, it reached critical mass. It takes a tremendous amount of people to buy and hold Doge for it to be this high and to be this stable, let's just say, right? It's not gonna go away. It's not gonna go away. Elvin, appreciate that. IOTA, still waiting for them to get rid of our coordinator node. That's what I'm waiting for, and it still has not happened yet. So, all right, guys, that is it. I'm gonna let you guys go. Overall, Bitcoin is still at 50,000. It will do what it'll do until it's ready. But in the meantime, you know, altcoins, at least some, like Solana, is coming up. We'll see how the rest of the day goes, and we'll go from there. All right? So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to give you a warning. So follow me on Twitter, just in case, because if I'm really tired, I'm out. I may not stream tonight, but, you know, I'm going to try to. But follow me on Twitter so you don't miss out. All right? Have a good one, guys.